What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? This is it. We have less than 24 hours until history will be made. All right? You know, before we get there, man, y'all already know what it is. It's the national championship. It's for all the marbles. We already know the University of Washington Huskies, my alma mater, my home team, will be playing Michigan, the Wolverines, in what a lot of people don't know is a rematch from some history of us being involved in the national scenario again. Okay, we got history. Like I tell people all the time, man. Hey, man, check this out. You don't gotta fit in if you're already a part of something. I'm in the books. I don't have to fit in. I'm not going nowhere forever. And that's what this guy's going to talk about. I want to share this with you guys right quick. I found this earlier today on the UW website, and I want to tell you something, man. My nephew's out there on this one for the 92 championship, 91-92 championship team. And Mr. Mario Bailey's giving his insight and some footage from the UW media squad. Shout out to them. Boom. I'm flying this. Don't worry. You guys going to get your credits. Here we go. Yeah, put them in right quick. All right, hold on. There, I got to get rid of me. There we go. So I'm sharing this to you guys. And let me get over there to the, it's called Same Story.
You don't know in that moment how important it is.
Yeah, you just can't write this thing. You can't.
You might figure it out 5, 10, 15 years down the line.
Washington versus Michigan. Gosh, that's going to bring back some memories, huh?
32 years later, same situation, trying to be champions. Nobody understands the dedication, the desire, the determination, the confidence, the commitment that it takes to be a champion. It takes 32 years to get back and play the same opponent. Guys have to be together. Guys can't just like each other. They have to love each other. They have to be committed to each other. But one thing you are is you're a champion forever, and people never forget champions. They will never forget our University of Washington team. They'll be talking about that team to the end of the time. They'll be talking about this team to the end of the time, but most important thing is to finish. Be 15-0, be the only team to ever go 15-0.
Let the stories be told for generations and generations what the 2023 Dogs have done.
And Washington is headed to Houston to play the Michigan Wolverines for their first national championship since 1991.
They can't put together why we keep doing this. There's two parts to those metrics they have.
With these players in this moment ever again. Go out there and beat Michigan just like we did 32 years ago.
Oh, wow. That was crazy. I seen Steve Edman, who was the #1 draft choice coming out of that squad. I mean, the first pick, #1 draft choice to the NFL coming from the University of Washington. Mario Bailey, come on, that said it all right there. He was like, I believe he was the MVP of that game. He definitely got his money. And that game was just a monumental swing. It was one of the last of a great year from Coach Don James, somebody who I got an opportunity to be coached from, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's history, man. And what he was saying right there is what I said. I'm in the books forever. I don't care what you say about me. I'm in there. So I look at it like this. These young men, they got a chance to make even bigger history than we was making back then. You know what I'm saying? We was #1 in the country for 8 weeks, 9 weeks before we lost to the Cougars. Like I said, they came in there like it was their Super Bowl. They're like 2-9. They don't care. And that's how the Pac-10 was. It still is to this day. That's why we've been having a hard time getting representation into these so-called CFP, the college football playoffs. It's always by a vote or something like that. That's why things have got to change, because just the example, what happened to FSU was the prime one, even though, yeah, they got their heads took off. And when they did get in there, they didn't have their quarterback. They weren't the same team, and everybody knew it, but they still earned the right to be there. You know what I mean? And a bigger format for the playoff teams would have made it happen. Salute 1, 2, Freddie. Thank you guys for coming in. We the jury. 1, 2, Freddie. You got that crazy. That picture is crazy, boy. Yeah, we're just talking football. Tomorrow's our big day. Most definitely. Houston's gonna be on fire with a lot of purple and gold. And I just showed a video of a flashback from one of my a straight up family member of mine who played on that 92 team that won the championship. And man, something you don't never forget. And these kids that are there, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, when I was all around them down there in Vegas and all that, and all the media work I was doing for up here, in the Northwest, I'm like, man, they just look like babies, man. They're 22, 23. I'm like, well, I used to look at woo, boy, it's their time. It's definitely their time. So I'm like, man, they still got my Huskies ranked. They got them rated to lose to Michigan. Now, I'm like, I've already said it, ESPN just don't get it right. They ain't got it right yet. They haven't got it right yet, okay? And they're not going to get it right now. So they just are biased towards the University of Washington and most West Coast teams as a whole. They want the SEC or they want, the Big 12 or something like that up in there, to play their so-called game. And I understand what it is, man. It's a business, And they figure if they can get a team like that in there, they can have 100,000 in the seats, which Michigan Stadium is 100,000. That's one of the reasons why they played in the Rose Bowl for the playoff. They needed a bigger venue to accommodate them. We only got like 70-something thousand seats up here in Montlake. We fill it up. Don't get us wrong, but they were looking at it as a business, and they got them kids down there playing. And essentially, in the Rose Bowl, which should have been where we played, we had to go all the way down to New Orleans and play Texas. I mean, that was almost like a home game for Texas. Okay, and I'm like, man, that ain't right. That ain't right at all. They should have had us playing right in our backyard. You know what I'm saying? And we still gave Texas the business. So here we are. All right, here we are. Okay, it's 24 hours or less for the championship, and we're still not the favorite. I'm like, okay, keep on making us the underdogs. We already dogs. We love being the underdogs. Keep making us the underdogs, because right now, anybody who's betting on this and have been betting on us have been winning with us. Okay, the Huskies have been pulling it off time and time again. But some of the stuff that you see going on, as far as like even the let's just say the awards and the rankings and how they went about it. I mean, Michael Penix, best quarterback in the country. He's led us 2 years in a row with most yards thrown. You know what I'm saying? Top 5 in completions, top 10 in touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how did he not? Then the top of life, he won the Maxwell Award, which is the best quarterback in the country award. And usually they win the Heisman also, but he didn't. They gave it to the LSU kid, not taking nothing away from him. But where is he? His team didn't even make it to the playoffs. Our guy is still there. Not only did he get there, he had a fantastic game against Texas, throwing for 400-something yards. Come on, man. There was another Heisman moment. And he's still there. Now he's warming up to play for the NCAA championship. He should have won the Heisman. Okay? It is what it is, some of the things that happened along the way are some things that I discussed about yesterday. One of them being this, that they felt like Texas got cheated, all right? And I'm like, cut the crap. Look at my guy, Jackson, whom I was talking about real bad all season. I was just so disappointed with his tackling open field ability. And a lot of times they were going to, and they went after him with 1 second left to go against, to save all the marbles for the Huskies. And they said, this is the guy to go against while they was right there on the goal line. And he came up. Salute to you, Jackson. My apologies. You stepped it all the way up and you saved the season to catapult us into the national championship with this swipe of the ball, okay? So I'm going to play that one more time just for this guy because I know I'm going to see him again. I'm going to have to holler at him and say, man, I bow down, man. You did the damn thing, okay? And I got to credit you for that. Here's the play that sent us to the finals, to the championship finals. Mind you, now a lot of people later, not during the game or during the time of the game, were saying that was pass interference. But if you seen the coaches and everybody's reaction, wasn't nobody crying about that defensive play. Not their team, not their players, and the refs. The refs didn't even say, let's take it to the review. They didn't even do that. They just ran to the locker room. It was a beautiful play. A defensive back going for the ball, okay? Once he did that, that's it. Nothing's going to stop that call. You don't make that call with the last play and the winner gets to go to the championship. The refs just did a no call and let the men play, and that was outstanding. Salute to the whole thing, the way the whole game finished, the way it went. That's the way it should go. Am I right? Tell me where the lie is, okay? So, on my way, I'm like, okay, I'm just, all the way wondering, I was on my way to Vegas to go see that game. Right? I ran into this kid. He had his dog. He had like a little mini husky. And he said it way back then. It was way before the Pac-12 championship. The last one, mind you, because now the Pac-12, a lot of the team members are joining into the so-called Big Ten, which is whom we're playing against now. All right? But this youngster, he was walking with his dog, and he happenstance to come up on me, and he said, "You getting ready to go to the game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on my way." He said, "Man, you know what?" And he told me like it was. He said, "You guys is gonna make it to the playoffs."
Same thing. Up is good. That's it. That's it. That's it. They can't stop them. They can't stop them. They can't stop them.
What you said?
Go Dogs, we're going to make it to the playoffs this year.
All right, that's what's up. Thank you very much. Yeah, you look like a little husky. Yeah. All right, you're good. Thank you, sir. All right. He told it way back then. He said, "You guys are going to make it to the playoffs." And we did. We're here. Not only did we make it to the playoffs, man, but we had an outstanding game, and we're living up to the whole shot. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Black Cuddy. Thank you for pulling up, my brother. You know what we're getting ready for. Tomorrow's the day. And, if you get a chance, go look back. I played a flashback. I want to play it again, but I kind of want to go ahead and get back to the numbers. See, I got two people in there. Maybe I'll just do it for you guys, man, because I want you to see, man, some history here that's really ultimately something that we want to, share with everybody. So give me a shot right here. I'm gonna go there right quick. It's right here.
You don't know in that moment how important it is.
Yeah, you just can't write this thing. You can't.
You might figure it out 5, 10, 15 years down the line.
Washington versus Michigan. Gosh, that's going to bring back some memories, huh?
32 years later, same situation, trying to be champions. Nobody understands the dedication, the desire, the determination, the confidence, the commitment that it takes to be a champion. It takes 32 years to get back and play the same opponent. Guys have to be together. Guys can't just like each other. They have to love each other. They have to be committed to each other. But one thing you are is you're a champion forever, and people never forget champions. They will never forget our University of Washington team. They'll be talking about that team till the end of the time. They'll be talking about this team till the end of the time, but most important thing is the finish. Be 15-0, be the only team to ever go 15-0.
Let the stories be told for generations and generations what the 2023 Dogs have done.
And Washington is headed to Houston to play the Michigan Wolverines for their first national championship since 1991.
They can't put together why we keep doing this. There's two parts of those metrics they have not figured out, guys. We're made of metal. We built for 2 years to be here tonight.
A chance with these players and this moment ever again.
That's one of
Go
my
out
family
there and
right
beat
there.
Michigan
Right
just like
there.
we did 32 years ago.
Mario Bailey. There's Steve Edmond, the #1 draft choice, first pick in the NFL draft in '93. Telling you, man, it's a traditional thing. And what's really ironic is that they're playing Michigan again. So, can history repeat itself? I'll say so, because even then, we were not favored to beat Michigan in that game. So, what I want to do right quick is I want to go by the numbers and let you see what they so-called are going by. It's kind of It's kind of weird that they want to, go to this so-called formula when they've been wrong about 7 times this year. My favorite pullout is the matchup predictor. When it comes to University of Washington, they have us at 25, almost 26% chance of winning this game. It's like, for real? No way. No way, dude. That is not going to happen. And Michigan was 74% chance of winning the game. 74% chance of winning the game. No way, buddy. No way. I'm like, man, if we look at the yards and the numbers, right off the rip, the first thing we notice is that our quarterback is dominating anything that their quarterback can come with. Michael Penix at this point has 336 completions out of 504 attempts with 4,648 yards. He might hit 5,000 if he can throw for about 440 this next coming game in the championship. All right? He's got 35 TDs with 9 INTs. Their quarterback has 230 completions for 314 attempts. Come on, man. With 2,851 yards, 22 TDs. Come on, man. We've already got this category right here. Now, this is where they're saying it's close to, and this is how they feel like they're going to be able to get at us. They're coming at us with their back, which is a good back. I give him his credit. He's a good back, right? Corum, he has 237 carries for 1,111 yards, 25 TDs. But meanwhile, we've got Dylan Johnson, who supposedly is going to be ready. He got hurt this weekend, last weekend, but he is looking like it's a go. He's going to go. He has 222 carries for 1,162 yards. So he's outrushed this guy by about 51 yards. He's got 22 TDs. He's got 16 TDs. That's just running. He's got a couple of receptions also, okay? Here's where we factor out the most, though. Roman Odunze, the All-American, probably going to be the first receiver taken in the draft. It's going to be between him and Marvin Harrison, or who wins this, all right? And if you ask me, Odunze is the better receiver, okay? He's the better receiver. That's just it. He's the better receiver. And I feel like, with that being said, it's like he's the kind of kid that you can throw the ball to and do a 50-50 ball. And with a receiver right there, he's going to jump up and take that ball. He has shown it time and time again. And that's the difference with our squad. We have a core of receivers, him and Polk, man, and other guy that just came back off of injury. These guys are all going pro. There's no doubt about it. It's all spoken along the NFL chat lines, all that these guys are going to go pro and they're going to go fast. They're going to go high in the draft. We have a solid core of receivers, and obviously we got the top quarterback in the country. They think that their game is going to be less run and control the ball. We got big linemen, have we heard this before? Were we not entertained that Texas came in here boasting the same thing? We're going to run it. We're going to push you guys around. The same with Oregon, who at that time was leading the country in that type of offense. And it's like, for real? Oh, so you're going to bully the Huskies? Man, not this year. Not this year. And I would be saying this biased if I didn't know some things. One thing I do know is, first of all, we have the offensive line that's got the award for the best line in all of college football. If anybody's going to be bullying and finessing and pushing, it's going to be the Huskies. They are going to control the ball. That's going to be the key to them winning this game. By running, having Dylan come in here, even if he ain't healthy, he got heart. I got to give it to that kid. He got heart. And he's looking at and if you remember, against Texas, he had like a He only had like 6 but then in the Oregon game, he had like 150 yards with two TDs and whatnot. He takes control of the ball. He takes control of the ball. Hopefully, we have some backups too that are viable, and we can use them to offset whatever type of injuries or things that he's got to work through, and we'll still be able to control the ball. And if not, we always got the fun bunch. Let's just throw the ball. Let's do what we do. Now, mind you, one of the things I've been saying is that, the Huskies consistently and have been, except for in the Oregon game, always, for whatever reason, they win the toss and they defer. Well, I'm like this, if Michigan's game is to come in and so-called control the ball, try to run it down your throat, and try to get up without playing catch-up, let's not defer if we win the toss. Let's just take it and start off gunning and getting that ball in the end zone and put them behind the ball like they don't want to be, right off the rip. And if they win the toss, well, we already know what they're going to do. They're going to defer and they're going to kick it to us anyway. This is exactly what happened in the Oregon game. So we got up on Oregon. They played catch up and was unable to capitalize at the end of the game. And I'm feeling like the same scenario is popping up with Michigan, so-called big guns, big guys, playing a Pro Bowl lineman on their line. I'm like, nah, man, it's not how it's going to work, man. Because one thing, if you haven't noticed, our line, who has been decorated as the best line in college football as a unit, has been protecting our quarterback. Okay? He is not getting sacked back there. And of course, that's going to be their goal, to try to disrupt him. All right? What's going to happen once you try to do that, he is going to be dumping off real quick to Odunze and Polk and our slot back receiver, who is filthy, by the way. And they're going to throw some short ones and get it going and dump off to the backs until they stretch you out again. This is it's a no-win scenario if they go according to their plan like they've always been doing. The only difference being that I feel is that instead of deferring and kicking the ball off to Michigan, and letting Michigan do what it is exactly they want to do, don't just take the ball and shove it right down their throats. Just shove it right down their throats. You know what I'm saying? Just do that. So one thing I could tell you, man, is there's a lot of people feeling like, we just haven't been able to measure up to these teams for whatever reason, but yet and still we're here looking at 15-0. You know what I'm saying? 15-0, and things are just getting, better and better. All we got to do is just win one more. I'm going to go ahead and play this commentary by Michael Penix, man. I like what he had to say, man.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest? I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
But I hope you guys are going to be, checking out just for anything else.
To be honest, I'm still wrapping my head around it. Just super blessed to be in this position. This is something that you dream of as kids. Coming to play for the national championship. For us to be here right now. All the hard work and dedication that it took to get here. It definitely showing that it's paid off. But obviously we got to make it happen.
Got to make it happen, Captain. Got to make it happen. I hope he does, man, because he definitely is the type of guy that,
Team.
You get him going, and we're looking at a guy that, he could dump 500 yards on you real quick, like. Real quick, like. But I want to get to, again, the numbers. Try to get away from this right quick. Okay, give me a shot here. But obviously the matchup, okay? So Dylan's got 1,100 yards on the ground. You know, Doomsday's got 1,553 yards on the ground. I mean, our offense is killing them, if you ask me. We're killing them. We're more athletic. You know what I mean? We give punches. We throw punches in bunches. We give points quickly and a lot, and we keep putting it on you. The only mistake that they did last week, if you ask me, against Texas, was kind of easing up off the throttle. And before you know it, the game became closer than it needed to be because they came up off the throttle. And if you ask me, when you get these guys down, if you get Michigan down to where you're up on by any substantial mark, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, keep smashing on them. Smashing on them until it's double zeros. Straight up. Just keep on smashing them because we already know, man, anything could happen, man. Anything could happen. As it is right now, let's see. Pull up this game right here coming up. So, 2 undefeated teams here, okay? And if you look at the weather doesn't really isn't going to matter. It's a cover stadium. It's a nice venue, whatnot. And we definitely, man, are looking at some, perfect conditions to play, man. I mean, what can I say, man? It's all about getting your ticket. The tickets right now are $839 if you didn't already get them. If you didn't already get them, boy, if that ain't including the trip to get there and the accommodations and all that, boy, you're in trouble. You're gonna spend $1,000 something bucks just to go to the game. Early on, they were selling for like maybe $200, $300. All right. So the spread is Washington 5.55.5, and Michigan minus 5.5. Come on now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. They're really trying to, I don't know if they just trying to sucker everybody or what, but I guarantee you I'm going to be saying, I told you so by the end of Monday night. By the end of Monday night, man. Angel Christian, I miss you. What's up? All right. Thank you for coming in there. Exactly. Smash mouth football. That's what Michigan's going to try to do. They're going to try to play smash mouth football. We're not going for it. We're just not going for it, man. We're going to be throwing the ball around, man. It's going to be like a whole bunch of flag football going on out there. Probably all we're going to try to do is score punches and bunches, But it is what it is, man. And hopefully they'll have to be playing catch up by the fourth quarter, and by then it's over. That's when we let Dylan Johnson, our running back, take over. So you see what the spread is in Vegas. You see what the odds are. You see what ESPN, the predictors, are saying. These are all the same things we've been looking at all year. So it's par for the course, and it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get another pull-off here, and we'll be able to take care of business, and this will be another feather in the hat. But as far as ranking with the 92 team, they pull this off, they'll be probably considered the greatest Husky football team to ever come through. I played for a team that we was ranked number 1 for 9 weeks, and then we lost in the Apple Cup. That one loss knocked us out of the Rose Bowl. See, back then you didn't go to the playoffs, and you had to depend on the polls to, rank you number 1. And they were so biased and so full of crap. But had we went on ahead and, won that and went to the Rose Bowl, we probably would have, finished it off like that. And I played the year where we did beat Michigan. All right. So, I mean, it's just, it's history here, man. History in the making, man. And it's going to be a wrap, man. This is going to be the last Pac-12 game, formerly the Pac-10 and whatnot. And, man, I'm just just thrilled about the fact that we're going out with a bang, man. So with that being said, man, I thank y'all for coming in. For all you guys back east that are always checking with me, man, you already know what it is, man. And some of you guys, I don't know if you guys subscribe, but if you would, please get there. Hey, and don't forget, man, our defense ain't no joke either. Our defense does the thing, okay? Our defense is going to show up. I'm telling you that right now.
Missed field goal. Now Utah missed a field goal as well. As this is Sione Faki on the direct snap, and Faki around the outside.
Picked off! Huskies going the other way. Touchdown, Washington.
And we have some bad news today. The Seahawks were eliminated. Even though they won their game. I knew as soon as they went for 2 at the end of the game, they already knew their season was over. They're like, well, might as well finish out with a loss and an over 500 record, which they did. But that's the end of their season. And that's pretty much why I started focusing more on the Huskies, because I had a feeling there was something great going to happen and whatnot. And I can only go I can only go a certain amount of places that I want to go to. So shout out to the Seahawks, man. Better luck next year. And shout out to my Huskies. Hey, y'all, thank you for coming through. I'll talk to you after the game.